Okay, I'm back. We have the coaster mold that has been cured, our two angels, and just one of the clouds. We're not going to continue on with this video because I'm afraid that it may run a little bit long and we don't want it not to be able to be aired. So there will be a part 2. See you next time. Have a good day. Like, share, and subscribe. See you hopefully soon. Hello everyone, this is Patricia's Crafting Corner. I wanted to continue on with the last project, Light It Up. This is part 2, but I've made considerably big changes in it. What I'm going to do is just finish with the first set of the light kit that I wanted to do. And what I've done so far is with my light base, I've used the wood finish stain marker to just go over it because I didn't want it to just be plain. I wanted to try to fix it up a little bit. So what I'm doing now is just coloring it in using, this is the dark walnut finish. And I let it sit for a few minutes. I didn't do the sides, I just did the top because for the sake of the video and time, I wanted to finish this, and then I have decided to do something totally different with the frog. So this is going to be part 2 of my segment. Now, I'll let that sit for just a few minutes because I want the stain to get in it pretty good, and we'll finish that. But while we're waiting on that, I will demold our parts, our angels, and our coaster. Now, I'm pretty excited about this because I've envisioned it to look one way, but you never know what it will truly turn out to look like. Okay, I'll just sit that out the way. I'll demold our little cloud. And I'm trying to still adjust the camera angle to be able to show everything that I'm doing, and that it won't be so hard for me to let you guys see. Now, I think that cloud turned out perfect. That's just the way I wanted it to look. Just a little bit of white and then the clear so that it won't have any problems with the light showing through. I'll go to our pink girl resin mold here for the angel. And hopefully I've let it cure long enough that it will be easier to demold it without anything breaking off. And I have to go along with Miss Wanda. This is not one of the easier molds, and I have had some difficult molds. I don't want to come out of the camera view, but I'm going to be gentle as possible with the head. I did pull it apart a little bit to try to stretch the mold. I'll do that again to break that seal, and hopefully with no problems she'll come off. We've got the wings out. Like I say, the head is the main thing that I'm worrying about. I know we can glue it back on, but I really would prefer not to have to go through that. And work with it, work with it. There it goes. Perfect. Okay, we'll reveal that. Look, get a good excuse me, a good look at it in a minute. And now with the boy, oh, that's looking great. There are just a few finishing touches along with the base and each of our angels that I would like to complete just to give it just a little bit more pizzazz and highlight it just a little bit more. Okay, I'll stretch the front, the back, and the sides. Break that seal and continue to work. As I pull it up, I push along with my thumb to try to work it up and off. Here it comes. Just being a little gentle with it. There, got it. Okay. Oh, both of them turned out really well. I don't see any air bubbles in either one. I do have a little piece of extra there that I need to trim off, but that turned out beautifully. And the crushed crystal magic mica just made it even better. Oh my goodness, look at that. She's beautiful. And our blue angel, the same. I don't see any air bubbles. And if they are, they're so minute that I can't detect them with my human eyes and my extra eyes, my glasses. So there are our pieces. And if you give me 1 minute, I will be back with the finishing touches. And I think that, excuse me, our stain has set long enough for me to wipe it off. And just give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've trimmed all the extra pieces, the roughness off of the pieces, my angel, coaster, and the cloud. I've let this sit for a few minutes, and now I'm just going to take an old rag and just go across the grain, same as I did when I applied the stain. And I think that turned out pretty good. It's not really flashy. I see I'm going to have to go back over it again, just right in that one little corner. And like I said, it doesn't take away too much from the edging, but that's how I want that. So with that, I was just trying to think of my placement of how I truly wanted my angels to appear on the light, and I had an idea. I think these guys deserve a halo, so I did find some blue, and I have some pink, yeah, and they're just the little rhinestones that I will be using. I'm going to start with our man or boy, and I'm just going to go over his head, just at the top. Don't want too much. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way around yet, but this is my plan. Excuse my arm in the way. I am using the B7000 glue to add his rhinestones, and I have my wax pickup stick. So what I'm going to do is just follow the glue with my little rhinestones, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just space his. So like I said, I just want to give it a little bit more. I'll move that over a little bit closer. Position that one. Now, I guess I can go all the way around. It's not taking up too much time. have any gloves on, so I'm trying to be extremely careful even with the glue, because like you say, it's toxins in the things that we use, and we need to protect ourselves. And this has been a really little rough thing because I've taken the parts off, and I mean, I've destroyed my manicure, which I do myself, so I'm not even gonna cry about it. But if my hands appear to be ugly and repulsive to you, I'm sorry. But no mean, I don't want them to distract from what I'm doing, but I just thought I'd explain the situation to you. And that's his halo. What do you think? And I'll do the girl. Like I say, it's the time that I'm concerned with. I don't want my videos to go too far that they will be rejected. Went through that once and don't ever want to go through that again. But it was a good experience, a learning experience, because with everything that I'm learning, my editing, it's important to me to be able to do, oh, the pink is down on this end, sorry about that. With my eyes, I'm not always able to tell the colors unless I have them in direct light. That should be enough. And again, the same procedure. Applying my glue around the crown of her head. And just a little stream at a time. And again, I put the lid back on each time because I don't want this to dry up. This is my last little tube. Make sure it's turned up the right way. I'm concentrating as I'm working because I don't, my sight, my eyesight just is with the little thin bead of glue. Just want to make sure I've got it where I can actually see it. And the rhinestones won't be all over everywhere and out of line. Okay. I'd like to thank my subscribers as always, and each person that watches the video. Any new ones that are watching, I would ask you to please consider subscribing, comment, give me some input on what you think or how you think I could have done it better, or if you have any suggestions that could help me along the way, I would greatly appreciate it. So with that, we've got her little halo on, his little halo on, and I'm not going to add anything to our cloud. I don't think I will, but we'll try to get it in place. So now I really am considering whether I should use resin or glue, our UV resin or our glue. And this is what I thought of, just having them standing on a fluffy cloud with just one of the little small clouds standing near. So what I think I'll do first is I will use some UV resin. I'll place it on my cloud first. And I'll position it where I think I really would like to have it. Use my UV light. Oh, it slid a little, but it'll cure. Placing it. Hopefully it'll stay down in that spot. Sorry, I've got my hand in the way, but I can't position it right now. Okay, so you can see here how I've got it positioned, if you can see. I don't know if a glare is on it. Let's try to dim that light a little bit. Want to make sure it's good and hard. And of course, I'll do the underside. Hoping that it will stay in place. Okay, now to place the angel, thinking she's still just a little tacky on that glue. I'll put her there, and I will use the UV resin. I'm gonna go around, not too much. Move her around a little bit. Cover my resin up. Again, use my torch. Look at that pink. It is nice and pretty and bright. I didn't want it to be overstated. I just want it to be a simple but a cute night light for either a girl or a boy, because with the pink and the blue, it does work for either one. And I sound like a robot today for some reason, but I'm trying to get better with that. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts and my words to go and to be able to flow evenly. And that is the neon pink, and that looks so pretty. I have to say so. It does. It looks real cute. And of course, I'll do the underside. And I will go back a little bit after we've completed the light and make sure that the UV resin is completely hardened. Okay. And last, our boy. I'll kind of angle him a little bit so he won't come off the edge of the mold, the coaster. You get so used to saying one thing that you continue to say it, and then when you change up, it doesn't sound right in my head. I will position him right there. I think that's cute. Now I see where I got just a little bit sloppy when I added him on, and I'll clean that up because I don't want that to harden like that and to be a big lump in there or on our light. And it's better to get it before it's too late. Okay, now I think that's nice. And again with our UV light, I am watching the time because like I said, I don't want my video to be too long where it would keep from uploading. I have a lot of ideas in my head, and I think what I'll do is try to sketch them out on a sketch pad so I don't forget that I want to do these things, because if I don't write them down, I find myself looking like, oh, what am I going to do? What did I think? And I have to go through that same process all over again, trying to think of something. And my best thoughts come to me at night when I'm lying in bed. And I don't always have a pencil and pad near me, but I don't mind getting up to write things down. I've always been like that, because things that mean a lot to me and I want to keep track of it, I'll write it down and go from there. And then sometimes even with that, I'll change the plans around. But the main thing is to be able to keep track of what I truly want to do and how I want it to look. May not always come out the way I want it to, but even with that, I would love to be able to have my thought come to completion. Now, I have my base plugged in, and excuse me again as I reach over my table. Actually, I'm going to have to stand up and tell you what, I'm going to take a brief pause to get that together. And once I get it where I can reach it, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've tried to improvise by making a black backdrop for the light, but as you can see with our pedestal light, it's still awfully bright. So I have one other way to show it to you, but I did want you to just see how it will look. It's awfully bright. I've made it as dark as possible in the room, and it just doesn't give it the look that I want it to have. So I have the string light that I'm going to place under there, and just see if that will tone it down where you can see it better. And I'll do that. 1 second, please. Now, these are the string lights. I know I have it flashing, but I think that would be so much better. I like the way that it's glowing. You can see the colors, you can see the halo, and that's the brightest setting. So with that, this is the conclusion of this video. I hope you enjoyed what I've done today. Give me a like, just post a comment, and please consider subscribing. Thank you so much. See you next time.